friends, welcome to Cam's Reflections by Cameron and Gillian Visagie. That's myself and Gill. This morning we're taking a bit of a break on the immigration series. And don't worry, Jill will be back in the next episode. But today I'm just thinking about an article, Introduction of AI Tutors at Auckland University, specifically in business and in economics. And there are some write-ups about students being concerned about the quality of lectures. While I'm not too concerned about the quality of lectures, I think it's a little bit deeper than just the quality of lectures. AI is all around us at the moment. It is in everything. It's in our phones, it's on our computers. Well, AI is not a new concept that has been developed in the last couple of years. That is just the way we know AI and artificial intelligence today, or generative AI. That has really been going on for quite some time, maybe since the 60s. What is the concern is, what is AI going to take over? Or what is it going to do? Today we see it being introduced as tutors at the University of Auckland, but is it going to be the preacher at our religious institutions? Is it going to be the lecturer in professional bodies? Is it going to be the presenter at conferences? What is it actually going to be? And what is it going to become? Are we still going to pay university fees as we are today? I think that is going to be the dilemma, because if we're introducing AI as lecturers and presenters, then one has to rethink the cost of what we're doing and the value of what that thing is. Is it a lecture? Is it a course? Is it a degree that we're trying to obtain? And if the degree is presented by an AI tool, one has to think, is it still of the same value? Because if I have access to AI technology and able to generate that same lecture, then what is the value of me getting a degree? Or what is the value of me going to a conference that is presented by AI? So for universities of higher education or professional institutions, that is something that one has to think about, because I don't see that there's going to be a value if I'm able to generate it via AI. But everything is just not about saving money. Sometimes we have to have human interaction. So let us think about the university. Yes, university is one thing and going to the lectures is one thing, but it's actually about community. You form part of a community of students at the institution. You're interacting with one another and sharpening one another's skills, developing each other as you go along. And the same with the religious institution. You're actually there to gather with each other, to share a meal with one another, to break bread with each other, and to encourage one another and make sure that no one else is in need of anything. That is what a community is about. AI unfortunately cannot replace that. It can try, perhaps with robots and things like that, but at this stage, AI cannot replace a sense of community and togetherness and a sense of belonging. In a context of learning, we learn by experience, we learn by doing. Are we actually going to be learning with the introduction of AI? I think we're going to be learning quite a significant amount of things, but it's only going to be the few that are going to be learning through AI. So on one hand, AI can make education more accessible, but on the other hand, it can make it inaccessible. We're already living in a world where there are so many distractions around us. We scroll through videos for hours and hours, aimlessly watching 30-second clips and waiting for the next thing. If I go back to when we played games, our mission was to complete that game and to conquer it. Young children are unable to do that. It's because their brains are being developed in 30-second clips. If your brain is being developed in 30-second clips, my question is, how are you thinking about anything? And how are we thinking deeply? We are going to be a society of 30-second clips, unable to do anything, unable to have grit to actually face and go through the challenges that we need to go through and the emotional difficulties and struggles that we will go through from time to time. So that is something that we need to kind of guard against, or see how we're going to do this thing differently. Because let's face it, artificial intelligence and generative AI is here and it's only going to get better. And we need to use it wisely, and we need to think about how we're using these technologies. While I use artificial intelligence or generative AI, I still have to think deeply about what I'm actually doing. So you know that I love business, education, and technology. Hence, I'm a proponent of artificial intelligence, business, and education. There's one person that I admire quite a bit, and he's from my home country. Sadly, he's passed away many years ago, but this is Seymour Papert. In a 2004 speech, Seymour said that if a child does not know how to build their own operating system, even if it's a small one, and how that computer actually functions and works, they've become nothing but a consumer of technology. And we, as adults, have failed that child because we've taken the ability to think and to think deeply about things away. And that sat with me. That really makes me think about how we're going to do this in the future and how we're going to even do it in the present moment. We have our children sitting on these devices, like I've mentioned, sitting on devices, scrolling and scrolling and not learning anything. We've got education systems that are encouraging children to take it easy, not to struggle through something, and not to learn through struggling, learn something. We need to think about what is actually being created and why is education systems being designed in ways that kids don't think they're going to excel with the least amount of effort. That is not the way life works. We need to develop our kids to have grit and to push through to make it in the future world that we may see. So in the light of AI, we need to still think critically. We need to understand what is the problem that we're trying to solve. How are we going to solve this problem? Why do we need to solve it? Is it important? Why do we need to use AI to solve the problem? When we engage AI, are we clicking on that button, sources, and are we validating those sources that are presented to us? But it's not just about clicking on that output that AI has generated for us. No, we need to develop our minds and think, how is this tool generating this information that is presented to us? And so we also develop a deeper understanding of what we're trying to achieve and developing our minds and the ability to think. So school may not be important. It may be irrelevant. If you think about why school is actually in existence, it is there to house children that were no longer allowed to be part of the workforce. And that is why schools has been developed pretty much a holding cell for kids. So let us think about why school, how is school going to change? How is education going to change, and how are we going to continue developing as a humanity? I think back of a play that I watched, and I enjoy theatre. Gill worked in theatre for many years at Artscape Theatre in Cape Town, South Africa. Oh man, did I enjoy it. I think I enjoyed it maybe as much as Gill enjoyed working there. Never mind meeting artists and meeting people, or seeing what it looks like backstage and all the technology and the lighting and things that is going on there. I just enjoyed the whole idea of taking people from one place and just placing their minds in another place momentarily. And hopefully people were thinking about what they're watching. There's one show that I watched was the We Will Rock You concert. And that made me think. And the song by Queen, Radio Gaga, and where technology has taken us. Are we moving to iPlanet as depicted in that play? A place where everybody is controlled. And when you are outside of that control, you're an outcast in society. And is technology actually killing our soul? Are we being consumed by technology and the inability to use our minds and to think and to become emotional? In the words of that song of Radio Gaga, there's words that says, when we watch the shows, we watch the stars on videos for hours and hours. We hardly need to use our ears. Our music changes through the years. Let us hope you never leave, old friend. Like all good things, on you we depend. So stick around, cause we might miss you when we grow tired. So I'd reflect on those words. Or we or our kids watching videos for hours and hours. Do we find that we don't even have to hear what the video is saying? Is it just like a background noise? What is it? Don't let technology kill your soul. Technology is there as an aid for you to grow. We will use artificial intelligence as time goes by, and it's going to become more important in our society. Let us use it and let us understand why and how these technologies generate what it is doing, and click on those sources to see and validate the output that is given to you. Remember, these tools are not a replacement for thinking. It's to enhance our ability and to make us better. So stay connected to the community that you find yourself in. We need to stick closer to one another more today than yesterday. We need to embrace our different cultures. We need to love one another. Let technology bring us together and closer to each other. Let us not be passive in this AI era. Let us use it wisely while remembering why AI was created and why we are created. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So drop a comment below, like or subscribe if you like, but stay connected to the community that you find yourself in. Regardless of who and what other looks like, sound like, or even think. Stay connected. Peace. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching Cameron's Reflections. Till next time where you see myself and Joel together chatting about something, whether it's immigration or something that's on our mind. Enjoy the day. Peace. Once again, this is Fitzroy Beach. I'm sitting here out at Fitzroy. It is low tide once again here, and I'm just enjoying the outdoors as I always do here in lovely New Zealand.